I have not made a political statement in a very long time. And what has happened to Zimbabwe in the past 40 years is very shameful. I mean, this is why Zimbabweans are now worldwide within the diaspora. They've gone all over. It's because we're so afraid to speak up. This is why so many young people, talented young people, have left Zimbabwe. And it's because we are always so scared to speak up. I want to say one thing today is, for the ones that are speaking up, especially right now where we're so focused on the girl child or three girl children that have been abused because they were standing up for their rights, and the rest of us just ran away. It's true, we've all just ran away. The economic situation was not working out for us. The empowerment was just not for us unless if you were within the system. But this is not just about the three girls that were abducted 2 weeks or last week ago. There's still some more that are suffering. Some that will not even be able to go to school, have basic education, have the necessary health assistance they would need if they're sick. This is not just about the girl child, but it's the average Zimbabwean child. The everyday Zimbabwean child. That includes you and me in the diaspora, because we still have to send money back home. And we say it's not our problem. And the ones that are there, we take jokes from what our president does. We take jokes when one is abducted. We make it into a joke. My question is always, when are we going to rise up as Zimbabweans and say enough is enough of this dictatorship? When are we going to say that? They jail young people for standing up for their rights. They jail young people and abusing them for what they believe in, or what should be just a basic necessity. And all we do is talk about it. We talk about it on social media. We just type and comment and this, but no action. 40 years have gone by. I'm 46 years old. I've never enjoyed any kind of independence in Zimbabwe. Mugabe was there and went. Mnangagwa is there and still there. ZANU-PF is there and still there. Right now, what I'm asking for the people of Zimbabwe is not to say, let's have a party, but let's stand up for what we believe in. Let's stand up for what's wrong in our country. How many people would they kill? I know some of you have questions to say, are you willing to go back to Zimbabwe? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. You put me on a plane tomorrow, I'm willing to march. I'm willing to go into the street. I'm willing to die, because that's what this regime does, is kill the young, innocent people. The oppressed, it kills them. We've been oppressed for too long. It's not their right to say that they liberated the country. No, liberated from what? We went from bad to worse. jumping out of the frying pan into the fire, because our own people oppress us. Our own people have the wealth which we do not have. Our health system, deplorable. Our education system keeps going down. And yet we say we are free. And yet we run away from that country. Zimbabwe is a beautiful country, and it's time we stopped Mnangagwa and ZANU-PF. It's about time. This is not just about the girl child. It's about everyday Zimbabwean that's going through this. And we cannot keep calling on groups. We cannot say, where is the women organization? Because they become a minority instead of a majority. If Zimbabweans, we understood what we're going through right now, all we're busy talking about is celebs in Zimbabwe, so-called celebs. But our independence, it's a very difficult topic to talk about. I stand with Apostle Chubengwa and say, you speak the truth. It's about time we all started speaking the truth. Pastor E tried to tell us about this whole thing, about his right, my right, your right. All we could do is put blame on him because certain things didn't go your way. This social media will not win us our independence. It's time we started taking action, Zimbabweans. I'm not asking for views, but I'm asking for every Zimbabwean to take their stand and say, enough is enough. How long are we going to go through this? How long are we going to keep making jokes at situations that hurt us? You in the diaspora right now, if your mother or your father or your grandfather says they've got no money, no sugar, what are you going to do? Is send money. Because your siblings that are there have no jobs. We're still sitting on 90% unemployment. But we make jokes about everything, or we accept what the situation is and say, we'll move on. Today is another day, tomorrow is another day. Zimbabweans, it's time you woke up. This is just getting out of hand. This is just getting out of hand. We cannot allow young people like you and me keep getting killed, abducted, tortured, and we keep quiet about it and missing. There's so many people that have not buried their loved ones because of the situation in Zimbabwe, because you do not know where they are. All you know is the government agents that have abducted them, taken them from police jail cells, and the police say they have nothing to do with it. They do not know anything about it, and we are okay with it. It's time to rise up to Zimbabwe, as I've always said. It's time to take a stand. We need a leader that is willing to die for this country. We need a people that are willing to die for this country. Without that, we cannot march to the street. That's why we go in very minute numbers into the street. That's why there were 3 girls in the street. And not everybody. If they're going to kill, let them kill us all. Then let's see who they govern. It's time, Zimbabwe, to stand up and rise up. This is the moment. This is the year. If you don't start building yourselves in your numbers, if you don't start sharing and talking about it, we're always going to remain. It's going to be another 40 years of oppression. And not counting the apartheid time, the regime of the previous government. Let's have a regime that we understand and love. Let's have a regime that's God-fearing. Let's have a people that are willing to stand up for their rights. It's enough talking. Time for action.